Hello, in this little video I want to show you how you can transform a picture like this into something like this. Let's get started. Okay, normally what I first do is I get a white balance adjustment, but in this case I think the white balance is already good. So I just delete it. Next, I go to the vibrance adjustment and I put it all the way up to 100% because I think it looks quite nice. And for the saturation, I think 50% is enough. And like, look at this already has boosted our picture a lot. Next, I put on a brightness and contrast adjustment for some special lighting, and I go to 33%. The background is way too bright, but we'll fix it in just a moment. For the contrast I go, yeah, I don't want to have too much, but I think 15% looks quite good. So I close this window. So what I want to do now is to darken the background because I think it's way too bright, and so Aloy pops a little more. For this, I again go on brightness and contrast, but what I do now is I invert the selection by pressing Command I. Okay, means the adjustments I do now are not visible. We can choose the areas where these adjustments will be visible. I again invert the collection to see how the changes I do perform, and I just only focus on the background. And I think -90% looks quite good. Of course, Aloy is way too dark, but if you focus on the background, it seems good. And for the contrast, I go also a bit down. Something, yeah, I go up to 20% minus. I again invert the collection. And what I do now is I select the areas I want to be darkened. And for that I press B to get my brush tool. And now I can just draw over these areas I want to be darkened. And for that I have to make sure that the white color is selected, because the white color is the color that signals where the adjustment should shine through, and the dark color is the area of the inverted collection. And now we can just paint over the background and adjust it as we want. Okay, if you have painted over too much, like if you would do something like that, you can easily remove that by pressing X. Means switching the color to dark here, and then you can easily remove that. Okay, now look at this. Way better, isn't it? Okay, I think the image looks already quite nice. What we can do as a final step to make the image a little more pop is to use a HSL adjustment and just go up a little bit, and like you can see, the image gets way more color. And that's already it. As you can see in this picture, I have made the edges a little lighter. Here I have made them a little darker. You can adjust this as you want, and hopefully you can now improve every image in Affinity Photo.